Oh my God, bro. Oh my God.
Andre
Hey,
sound like he
Andres,
lost
man.
money.
For real,
Holy
boy.
sh-
What's going on?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Facts, right? You doing a
Great
lot over
sound.
there.
You guys sound like Usher over there. Oh my God.
Oh my
Like that
goodness.
African dude. Oh my God.
We are live for our second post game of the evening. The sports hit list by the fans and for the fans. Game 5 of the NBA Finals just concluded. The Los Angeles Lakers lose 108 to 111 to the Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler finishes with 35 points, triple double, 35 points, 12 rebounds, 11 assists. Let me start with Andres. Andres, are you still saying "Oh my God" as you were before we went on air? Are you still surprised by the win, or what's going on, man?
Listen, man, you've known me for 2 years now, and you know I'm a very, very, very emotional person when it comes to sports, bro. I don't, I'm speechless right now, man. It was a great game, and I've been texting my friends all week. I'm like, listen, we've won one game only, but the Heat haven't had the Duncan Robinson game yet against the Celtics. I'm sorry, Carl. Against the Celtics, we had the Duncan Robinson game 1 and game 5, and we won. Against the Pacers, we had the Duncan Robinson game 2, and we smoked them. Against the Bucks, I think it was game 3, if I'm not mistaken, we had the Duncan Robinson game. And in this series, we hadn't had the Duncan Robinson game yet. You know, game four, Duncan was amazing, but he wasn't done yet. And then tonight he had I think it was 27 points. He had 6 3-pointers, and he delivered. I don't know if you guys read Sorry for talking so long. I don't know if you guys read the piece by Gary Payton on the Players Tribune, and he was talking about how we're still like the Miami Heat, and that's what people are forgetting. Despite 3-1, despite the odds being against us, and I had a source tell me, he was like, listen, I know the series isn't over, but getting on the Black Mamba jerseys is poking the bear with this group. That's what one of the sources in the bubble told me. Can't reveal anything, but that's what they told me. They told me they poked the bear when they heard that the Lakers are gonna get the Mamba jerseys. So that's all I gotta say, man. Shout out Jimmy Butler, shout out Duncan, shout out Eric Spoelstra for once again
Yo.
outcome. Frank
Okay.
Vogel.
All right.
Sorry.
Well, congratulations, Andres, on a very big.
No, listen, don't congratulate me. We haven't done anything yet, bro.
Okay.
Just one
All
game.
right. So, Coach,
Oh,
what's so
man.
funny back there, Coach? Coach, you look like you lounging. You lounging for everybody
Yo.
over here.
Listen, man, I told you guys, me and my girlfriend, we decided to come down to Atlantic City for a couple of days to enjoy the weather. But I'm coming here for the sports hit list because this is a pivotal game for basketball. So I'm here. And Andres, bro, you sound like Rocky after he beat up Ivan Drago in Russia, bro. You thank
No,
everybody and
if
their
I can
mother
change, you can change. We all can change.
we all can change. I can't reveal my source in the bubble, but I'm gonna tell you about my source in the bubble. But if they in the bubble, I can't tell you who's in the bubble, but they in the bubble, so know that they're in the bubble. Listen, the Heat live to fight another day. I told you, I didn't tell you that the Heat would win, but I told you a lot of people wanted more basketball. And the refs didn't control it, but this is what
Did you pull a
happens.
call in, Coach? Did you pull a call in?
I put no Buffalo Wild Wings calling, but they had a great game. They had a great game today. A lot of guys stepped up. It's only 3-2. The Lakers are still in the driver's seat. This is delayed by one game. All the celebrations are delayed by one game, but the Heat are good enough when the Lakers aren't playing on 100 to beat them. We all know that. LeBron James, phenomenal job. Anybody curses
Masterpiece.
LeBron's name, if anybody curses LeBron's name, they're disrespecting the game of basketball.
It
He
was a
played a
masterpiece.
phenomenal game. He did a great job. Anthony Davis getting hurt and missing a couple minutes, those small little things make a difference in a game. They make a difference in the game. And that's what we saw today.
Ray Jarvis, you said this last post game. You said Laker fans shouldn't get ahead of themselves. What are your thoughts here after Game 5?
I mean, I enjoy being right, sports hit lists, but this is the one time that I didn't want to be right. On the winner's circle, I told y'all, I said after we won game 2, there was a lot of puffing out their chest, sweep talk. We got packed up in game 3. I said to slow down because the Heat are still the Heat, and game 5 will be the toughest game of the series. Lo and behold, who was right again? Your boy Jarv. I also said before the series, This is going 6 games. Did I want to be wrong? Of course I wanted to be wrong. But again, I told people who actually follow the sport, the Heat will provide the toughest matchup for the Lakers. And we're seeing it over and over again. After game 3, game 4, game 5, this has been a dogfight of a series. They've alternated wins. There's no surprises anymore. Every team knows what's coming. I mean, you're going to say, don't curse LeBron's name, but you know what? I'm going to talk a little spicy. On the game-winning play, LeBron dies on the screen defensively.
I knew that was coming. I had a feeling.
He died on the screen.
I had a feeling.
You got to fight through that, Bron. If you accept the challenge because you want to play the narrative game, Bron, you cannot die on that screen. Also, I know Bron always makes the right basketball play, but God damn it, I don't want Danny Green shooting the ball in that spot. You're going to get the call, Bron. Go up strong. I need if you're
like Jimmy Butler, right, Ray?
If
like
you
Jimmy Butler one.
Exactly.
I said, yeah.
If you're gonna put your stamp on the game, shout out to Marcus Lamar because I am not a person who is biased. Marcus told me in the text we go behind the scenes. He said Braun will wild out in game 5 and close them out. Marcus was 95% right. Braun wild out, but in the end, this is why I will always forever have a problem with LeBron James. You cannot wild out for 46 minutes. We need all 48. You cannot pass out. You can't die on screens. Kobe said something in the 2009 playoffs against Denver. We were up game 3. It was a dogfight. All the true Laker fans know. And Kobe kept yelling at his team to finish the game. And LeBron didn't finish the game. It is what it is.
Listen, my man Danny Green is getting a lot of flack. I still ride the ship with my guy.
He shouldn't have been in that spot. Shout out to George Hill. He shouldn't have been in that spot to even be shooting the ball.
Paul Lawson has been extremely quiet since we got on. Paul said LeBron was going to retire after this game 5, after they win.
Paul,
man, I don't know what we should change your nickname to. Paul the Wrong? Is that what we should give you a new nickname for?
No, we're not going to do that to Paul. We're not going to do that.
Not Paul.
First off.
Not Paul.
First off, I said he's retiring after a championship, right? Here's the thing, man. The Lakers played horrific basketball tonight. They were lackluster in the first half. I think they shot 14 for like 40 from the 3. They only got about 11 points from their bench, who's really
14 for 38, Paul. 14 for 38. I got you, bro.
All right. So let's call it a clean 14 for 40 from 3. And you got no productivity from your bench. And here you are in this fake fluke, bogus Duncan Robinson game. He ain't Ray Allen, but whatever. He had a great game. A lot of fluke. A couple fluke.
Nah, bro. Shoot, bro. You gotta give him his respect.
Couple flukies, but whatever. It is what it is. When all the smoke and the dust clears, you're talking about a 1-possession basketball game with 16 seconds left in a wide open look at the basket. Twice. Not just the 3, even the offensive rebound where Markieff Morris, who's played well, he was nowhere to be found today, had deer in headlights. I mean, if you're the Lakers, you say, man, like we just you bend on the fact that you got the leadership, you got the experience from some of those guys. But if you're the Heat, you're sitting here saying, like, man, we took every punch they had and we were able to sustain. And this is already the most confident team in basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So that's my only concern is next game Tyler Hero. Right. Is it a Tyler Hero game next game, right? Like, so if you're the Lakers, you say Anthony Davis was hobbled down the stretch. I mean, he had a couple offensive rebounds and putbacks. But I mean,
don't do that, bro. Come on.
I am concerned of the elusive shooting from the role players, right? Kyle Kuzma took a major step back tonight, right, on both offensively and defensively. Even Rondo at points looked like he sped up a little bit. He was a little ahead of himself early. I mean, the Lakers, I think, still winning 6, but I do have my foot on the. It's not on the break just yet, but I am concerned.
Okay.
When are the Lakers gonna commit to featuring Anthony Davis? Because we gotta stop playing this LeBron ball. Since the 6-minute mark of the third quarter in game 2, the offense has strategically gone away from Anthony Davis. He's become a rim runner. We can't keep doing that. We can't keep trying to position bro to be MVP.
So let me jump in here and answer that. So while I could appreciate the ball pounding, as you call it, from LeBron James. When Anthony Davis, so how many times in this game did we see an 11-point game look like it had the potential to get blown out of control? And it was LeBron James
well, multiple times.
basketball and stop the bleeding. We've seen it 5 times tonight. So we can
Right.
sit here and say, like, all right, AD wasn't featured. AD unfeatured himself with a hurt ankle the last 5 minutes of this basketball game. You seen what I seen. You seen him waving cats off because his ankle was hurting and running into the corner.
I didn't see anybody get waved off. I saw LeBron send him to the corner because he wanted
No.
Okay,
That's
okay.
what I saw.
Well, hold on,
He's
Coach.
seen AD waving off
So,
cats, bro.
Coach, can you jump in here and tell us what you saw here because we seem to have a little disagreement between the guys over here.
I mean, I saw LeBron see his signature moment. LeBron is having a 40-point game. It's his moment, and he was putting AD in a position to be off the ball. Listen, someone said a stat out there. I think they've run the AD LeBron pick and roll less than 10 times this entire series. That is horrific. AD LeBron pick and roll is bread and butter against the Heat. You're going to get some mismatches. They ran it 10 times this series. Why? I don't know. Like Ray Job said,
you know why.
I mean, I know why. Like Ray Job said, listen, I don't care what nobody says. We know what's on the line. We know what's on the line. LeBron James, fourth quarter, said, I'm coming home, P. Diddy voice, and he did not end up home. Not saying he didn't do a good job, but he did not end up home. AD,
You got to finish the game.
Got to finish the game. AD has to get 30. LeBron has to get – they don't have enough help. AD and LeBron both have to get 30. They have no other help. Rondo was just okay today. That's what happens. He's not going to be great every day. He's not going to be playoff Rondo every freaking game. What are we expecting from this guy? Like, he had the Celtic sneakers on tonight, Carl. That's why they lost. He had the Celtic green Kobe's, man. It's your fault they lost.
So, Andres, heading into Game 6 now, I know you don't believe in momentum, but is it safe to say Miami kind of has the momentum now going into a pivotal Game 6 or no?
Listen, man, like I told you before, it's just one game. And another thing I want to point out is the Lakers have been perimeter defending has been A1. Like we tortured the Bucks because their perimeter defense wasn't A1. We tortured the Celtics because they couldn't handle the zone. The Lakers were doing everything they could to hold Duncan off the line, to hold Hero off the line, to hold Crowder off the line. And tonight, Duncan Robinson finally got some freedom, and we shot 42% from 3. And that was noticeable, like in the game. There were a lot of momentum swings, like Coach was saying, like Paul was saying, where LeBron would hit a 3, and you're like, here we go with the LeBron show. Here we go. It's over. Here we go. And Jimmy put the ball. They put the ball in Jimmy's hands, and they were like, make a play. Another thing about Jimmy was he was absent the whole fourth quarter shooting wise. And he was gassed. I don't know if you saw Carl and everyone else that at one point Jimmy was on his knees, like he was exhausted. And that's the first time I could see Jimmy this whole entire playoff run that he's fatigued. He rested 49 seconds tonight only, And they asked Jimmy multiple times in pressers, what's the key to winning Game 5? And he was like, whatever we got to do to win. If Coach asks me to play 48 minutes, I'll play 48 minutes. And I know this doesn't mean anything, but in 2015 in Game 6, Bulls-Cavs, Jimmy Butler played all 48 minutes in that game. And now tonight, once again, him and LeBron were exchanging buckets. In my opinion, the best finals game since Game 7 of the 2016 finals, in my opinion.
Okay, so but heading into the next game, is the game plan the same thing as you did in this game, or does he have to make adjustments again, or do you go with the same game plan, having Jimmy Butler play excessive minutes?
It's listen, man. We gave him a max contract September 29, 2019 for this very reason. This is why they pay him the big bucks. Garrett Cole tonight, that's why they paid him the big bucks, to be in an elimination game in front of a great team like the Tampa Bay Rays, not to shift topics or anything. But this is why they paid Jimmy the big bucks, And he even said in his presser, like, listen, I'm not 25 years old anymore, so I got to handle my body. And he talks constantly about how his trainer works him out for these type of moments. So, yes, momentum is not a real thing. Yes, it's only one game. And, yes, we're looking forward to Sunday. The reason why the Heat won tonight is because they got the Lakers fan Ray. I'm sorry, but Laker fans got way too cocky. The moment they shifted to the
Mamba jerseys, apologize to me. I wasn't one of them.
No, hold on. Tell my call. Can I jump in, yo?
Go real quick. Go ahead, Coach. The floor is yours.
He just said the reason why the Lakers lost is because of the fans that got cocky. They didn't play the
No.
basketball game.
Listen,
man.
when the Lakers announced that they were
Listen.
switching to the Mamba jerseys, I'm
Miss
like,
the
don't let us
numbers.
win Friday night. Don't let
Miss
us
the
win Friday night.
numbers. Look at the numbers. This has been a very close series.
The
This has
last
been
3
a
games.
close.
After
Yeah, this
the
has
Lakers
been
won the first 2 games, I'm not gonna say
this has
Sports
been a
figured it out,
close series.
but it's been a
And
close series.
today, Miami hit a couple more shots in the fourth quarter than LeBron
No, I
and
think the
them
Lakers.
did.
I think the Lakers. Had
Okay,
more
okay.
made
So
field goals.
let me go to
Carl,
Ray.
let me
Yeah.
finish this alley real quick.
Go ahead, sir.
You cannot call yourself Mr. Numbers and then play the karma card. There's no analytics to support that. So play a position, bro. We're not letting that
doing
slide
both.
tonight.
I'm doing both, man.
No,
Listen,
absolutely
the
not.
Lakers did. Listen, the Lakers did everything right in the fourth quarter. We went cold. Like there was no offense going, like nothing. And then Duncan got hit on a 3.
Not that
And the
there was
momentum
no offense
shifted.
going.
The Lakers didn't do everything right in the
The
fourth
Lakers
quarter.
did
So-
not play
listen.
right. The Lakers
The
did
one
not play
thing-
defense the first 24 minutes of this basketball game. They also ended the third quarter with a 14-point swing on 3 possessions, right?
They went
2
on a
4-point
15-3
plays
run.
and a flagrant one off an and one.
Yeah.
Right? So
But just real quick, just someone in the comments just said about the whole momentum thing. Andres, I disagree. I think momentum is a big thing in sports, and we clearly, right now, it's kind of because the Lakers have another opportunity to close out. They're still ahead, but I still think Miami has a slight edge going in here, giving them more confidence heading into Game 6. They have that slight little edge.
Hold
so
on,
Ray,
Carl.
yeah, go
Carl,
ahead.
remember what I said when we were on the live last time. And I want everybody to go back and look at the second quarter. Remember what I said? I said this game would tell me if the Heat will fight in the second quarter.
Mhm.
Right? That's what I said. And what happened what was the first quarter score? 25-24, right?
Tonight,
First quarter,
yeah.
25-24. Second quarter was 60-56.
Yep. And
That's
then we
what
were
I
up.
told
And
you.
then we were up by
we were gonna
6
see.
at the end of 3.
It's the same thing in Game 6. The second quarter, the first 4 or 5 minutes is gonna tell me if the Heat are gonna fight to the end, or if it's gonna be if they're down by 5 or 6 or 7 points in the second quarter, this game is over. They can't come back from behind and win.
The Lakers are 56-0 when they're leading after 3 quarters. So I'm like, if we lead after the third quarter, we have a shot. If not, the game's over.
Okay, so Ray, so Ray, you talked about yeah, Paul. I'm gonna get you one second. I just want to ask Ray. So you said the key for Game 6 is Anthony Davis needs to get more involved in the LeBron pick and roll. That's what you're saying, right? For them to win.
Yeah, because it's time at this point now. We've seen that the Heat are dogs. Okay, we know that. I've told you guys throughout the entire playoffs what they expect from the Miami Heat. For the Lakers to close this series out, they have to play their most efficient brand of basketball. That means all the hero ball, all the looking off, all the foolish offensive possessions need to come to an end. You have to run your best sets. You have to run your best players. That means AD and LeBron pick and roll. AD and LeBron pick and roll. AD and LeBron alley-oop. We cannot waste time anymore. If you decide that you want to waste time because you want to control a narrative and have a fancy stat line for your fans to brag about, we are not going to win this game. If you decide to play the right way, this series is over. Okay? Rondo is not going to have 2 consecutive bad games. Imagine me giving Rondo credit. But the fact remains is this. He's not going to have 2 consecutive bad games. I'm going to put it on wax. That's what I do. I expect the Lakers to play their A1 brand of basketball. I expect the world's greatest frontrunner, LeBron James, to have that big 10-point lead. And we're going to have the Heat chase us throughout Game 6, and we're going to close them out. Jimmy Butler's legs are going to fail him late in Game 6. This series is over.
Paul, you had some other points to make. I'm sorry, you wanted to make before I asked Ray's question.
I just want to I said this on the last live, I'm going to say this. The Miami Heat has blown more leads and lost games than any other team in all of basketball this year. They blow the most leads in a game. So when I see these 10-point leads, I'm seeing what probably Jason Kidd on the sideline is thinking. We'll be in the game down the stretch. And then it's just a matter of execution, right? So as far as I'm concerned, so I do agree with Ray that I do think Jimmy Butler will burn out. I am a believer in that. He's been amazing, but I do believe that's going to happen. You will see the Lakers' best game, and you will see it from the start. There won't be any more chasing, right? we can't keep watching these games and watching the Lakers chase for 7 consecutive quarters, exhaust all its energy, which completely destroys the rotation, which you've seen their 2 best players gas down the stretch, right? So that won't happen, I think, in Game 6. I think they get out there. I think the role players actually do make some shots early, and all of the stars will begin to align. I mean, that's what I expect to happen, so we'll see it.
Okay, so let's go around the room before I let you guys go for predictions for Game 6. Coach.
Listen, you guys know me. You know what I do. You know the cliffs that I climb on top of. Miami Heat with the Game 6 win. We are going to Game 7, 2020, election year. We don't know who's going to win. We're going to get down to the last couple of minutes in Game 7. Let's go. Game 7 basketball. I need it.
Okay, Andres, is it safe to say you're going with the Heat in Game 6?
What kind of fan would I be if I didn't?
Listen, I'm going to be totally honest. When you came on here on Game 1, you told us the game was over. You told us the series was over. You did say that in Game 1, and now here we are, Game 6. 5 games later, you're saying we're Game 6. So I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Listen, man. AD and LeBron had 68 points tonight, and they lost. Bam Adebayo had his worst game of the playoffs, and we won. Duncan Robinson looked like prime Ray Allen out there. Shout out to Jesus Shuttleworth, and we won. I feel like the locker room is going to look at themselves in the face and be like, listen, it's just one game. Haslam is going to give the pep talk. Spo is going to outcoach Vogel once again like he has these last 3 games. I'll see you Tuesday for Game 7.
Okay, so we got 2 games. We got Miami in 2 games.
One more thing. If I am wrong, Ray, do not put me on the screen.
You're going to be on a Summer Jam screen regardless, bro. You don't got to ask for that, Ray. Ray is going to do it. Ray is going to do it. Don't ask for it.
Reigning MVP, are you aligning yourself here, making it 3-0 in the hit list congregation, saying Miami pushes it to 7, or do the Lakers close it out in 6?
Is that a question for the current MVP or the former MVP?
Well, you're the MVP. Ray hasn't been officially nodded the role as MVP yet.
Carl, but this shit's over. I think it's over on Sunday at 7:30. I will be making sure I tune into the NBA instead of Sunday Night Football like the rest of America.
Wow, really?
Wow.
I applaud that.
Man, we got Astros Rays Game 1 as well.
I got the Lakers.
Big shout out Travis McKay. Big shout out.
I got the Lakers by 7. I don't think it'll be as close as people think it is.
Okay. So, Ray, will you align yourself with your fellow member on your segment Winner's Circle and say the Lakers will win Game 6? Or are you going Miami pushes it to 7 to make this interesting?
That's crazy. You know, we both from the floors, both from the Winner's Circle. And I was going to say Lakers plus 7. So, yeah, they going home, bro. It's going to be another fight, to be fair, because I respect the Heat. It's going to be a fight. I think the Lakers play from ahead. Miami will chase. It will get close, but the Lakers will close them out because Anthony Davis will touch the ball in the 4th quarter when it matters most. The Lakers will be 17-time world champions. You can clap your hands.
10.
You can doubt it. You can do what you want. But every time Job makes the proclamation throughout these playoffs, what has happened?
Stop it. What did you predict today? Hold on, Job.
What Carl right now?
I'm talking to you, though, Job. I'm talking to you now, Job. Now you gonna answer me, Job. Hold on, Job. You gonna answer me? What did you predict today? Did you have a prediction for today's game?
I don't think I picked the Lakers to win. I don't remember.
Why you don't pick today? Why you never pick when the Lakers lose, bro? Why you never pick those games?
Hold on. Fair is fair. Fair is fair.
All right.
I came on the Winner's Circle and said the rest of Laker Nation is puffing their chest out, and tonight will be the toughest game of the series. I also said the Lakers.
Give us a prediction though.
Because I had the Lakers in 6. I can't set trip. What you want me to do?
All right, cool. You're right, John. My fault.
That was my prediction too.
Yeah.
I apologize, John. I apologize.
It just delays the inevitable. For me,
Carl,
it just prolongs the series.
Carl, one more thing.
Go ahead,
last time on the live, they asked you if you were going Heat or Lakers. You said between my rivals and the team that eliminated me. So now I'm asking you again. Are you choosing the Lakers for Game 6 or the Heat for Game 6?
Well, I already said I'm going with my wife. She's a Heat fan. She just went crazy watching the game, so I'm going with the Heat. Listen, it is what it is.
Coward.
And the other part of it is
a true coward.
Not even that. It just makes me happy the fact that the Lakers, again, seeing the Lakers inch closer and closer and closer to number 17, it irks me. I'm not gonna lie to you. It bothers me.
Listen,
It
technically
bothers the
they
shit
have
out of me.
11.
That-
We'll discuss that another day.
Yeah,
the
but-
Lakers
Bill, we're not
franchise
doing
has
that.
16
closer and closer and
championships.
closer.
Knock it
And
off.
the fact that I see all these people talking about Rondo and Ray Allen winning a title with LeBron makes me sick to my stomach. So
Oh,
the
yeah.
longer this can prolong, the longer I can wait for it to happen, the longer it'll be. It is what it is.
Where was playoff Rondo
the
tonight,
Lakers,
man?
whatever.
Listen,
God,
I want more basketball. That's all I want. Miami
Facts.
Heat
I
win game
respect
6. Lakers in 7. Miami Heat win game 6.
all
Y'all
right,
get the
guys.
Summer Jam screen ready.
Chill, man.
Guys, thank
Chill,
you for
chill,
joining
chill,
me
chill.
here on the Sports Hit List by the fans and for the fans. We've pulled off the doubleheader. We did the Yankees game first. Now we did the second. Paul Lawson, Sunday NFL kickoff, week 5. My brother, you need to get your numbers straight there because you're not doing too well in those standings, man. I'm
That's
looking for a
fine.
late coming in.
Hold on, Cole. Where I'm at in the standings, Cole. Where I'm
I
at?
think you beat you're 1 point ahead of Travis. I think it's
Listen,
19 to 18.
guys.
You're 1 point ahead of Travis in the standings.
Listen, let's go, baby.
All right, guys. I'll see you guys on Sunday. Take care, Ray. Job Monday for your podcast, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, you guys check that out, the Gray Area, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. God bless.
One more thing. I want to say one more thing,
Go
man.
ahead. One more thing. Go before I log off.
Stay safe. Wear a mask. Elections in less than 25 days. Go out and vote.
All right. Thank you, man. God bless. Take care. Everyone go out there and vote, and please make sure you practice social